What is up, YouTube? Faros here with the first episode of a series that I'm going to refer to as live guides. There's a lot of awesome content creators that make Final Fantasy XIV guides, but I was thinking, how do I put my own spin on them for the samurai audience? And what I thought I would do is go in, do a fight in Final Fantasy XIV, and show you the entire fight live as a samurai. So be playing it live and simultaneously talking through it and explaining the kind of things I think about while I'm in the fight, what I'm looking for as a melee DPS, and how I'm gonna work around that to maximize my DPS. So I am gonna be showing my parser for these encounters. Keep in mind, this first episode we are doing Lakshmi EX, and I've been doing Lakshmi EX a very long time. These videos are long overdue. I'm item level 316 right now, but you do not need item level 316. In fact, you probably cannot get item level 316 without farming Lakshmi, so don't think you need all this 320 gear in order to do Lakshmi EX. You can enter Lakshmi EX with around item level 300, I think you can go into the fight, and I think you can down that fight easy peasy with item level 300. It's a very forgiving fight. It's not very punishing, you know. I think it's one of the easier EX primals in the game. So I'm hoping that this guide video can be kind of a one-stop shop for samurais, that you guys could watch the fight, hear my thoughts, and then feel confident in going in and doing it yourself. So without further ado, let's get in there. And welcome back, everybody. Faros here, and this is Lakshmi EX. First things first, I want to remind you all that there is plenty good of food that you can buy off an NPC this expansion in Kugane, and potions that you can buy off off NPCs, excuse me, in Kugane. So there's no reason not to use food and potions while you're doing this attempt, while you're doing this for yourself. They won't be the best food and potions, but they're definitely better than nothing and will increase your DPS. I'm going to put that reminder in a lot of my early videos because I feel like not nearly enough people use food and pots in this game, even if they're just NPC ones. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the fights. Lakshmi EX, you do not engage her directly right off the bat in the fight. You have to fight these two ads first. So something I want to say is that I won't be doing my opener at the beginning of the fight. I'll be just attacking through my normal combos, maybe getting a Setsugeka and killing these two ads, and then I will be starting my 1 cent opener on Lakshmi after both her ads are dead. So I'll be talking you through that as we do it. They're asking us to partner up for Divine Doubt, please. Alright. So they're asking me to partner up with one of the DPS in the party. This is the safe way to do it because there's going to be a mechanic later in the fight called Divine Doubt where she mind controls us, and you guys will see this. And it helps if you have a partner assigned, and you have an assigned area to go to, so you're only attacking your partner while you're mind controlled. Otherwise, it can get kind of crazy, and you can be attacking too many people at once and maybe kill them. So it's been decided that me and our bard are gonna go close to the boss on the D side and fight there. I don't know which ad is gonna be pulled first. I'm gonna just assist my tank. Yeah, and start attacking this one. Actually, it looks like this is kind of funny. Yeah, it looks like we're killing the other one first. These AoEs, you guys can stand in them. Just remember that they are gaze attacks, and that you can just turn around when you see the gaze. You don't have to run all the way out of the AoE. So I haven't used any cooldowns yet. Right now I'm going to diversion because you do not want to be second on aggro in this fight. And now I am starting my Kasha 1 cent opener now that we're on Lakshmi. Since we're here, I could talk about these T-shaped AoEs. They are mostly inconsequential. You don't have to worry about them too much. One is barely gonna scratch your HP, as seen there. If you're in two of them, they're gonna start to hurt a little bit. They're gonna take you to like half life, and then you're gonna get hit by a raid-wide AoE afterwards called Stratum. So that can be kind of spooky. You don't really want to get hit by two, but if you second wind immediately after getting hit by the second one, you're still gonna be okay for the Stratum. So you don't really need to worry unless you get hit by more than two, which should never happen, really. So what I'm mostly trying to tell you right now is just DPS through these things. That's what I'm mostly trying to tell you. And there's a few mechanics in this fight that are like that. There's a few mechanics that we are just going to DPS right through while we're using our self-healing like Bloodbath and Second Wind, which we have equipped in our cross-roll skills. There's also stack markers on this fight, so you need to be a good samurai and stack up with your party to help split that damage and make it to where it doesn't kill anybody. And then just make sure you're doing all the damage you can anytime nothing's going on. There's a few tank busters, and then there's this ability called Chanchala. She is about to be engulfed in blue and black flames, and this, as a DPS, means you need to start paying special attention to her and get ready to use your additional action that's on your screen called Vril. And what Vril does is it allows you to survive a mechanic. So right there, we survived that knockback, and it did hardly any damage to us. And that's because we used the Vril. This is going to be a reoccurring theme throughout the fight, and is, I would say, Lakshmi's most, like, the only really scary thing she has is trying to make sure everyone's responsible and Vrils at the same time. As a DPS, we don't have, like, too many instances where we absolutely have to frill. This is another one of them, though. And she's got a puddle underneath her. Now, a lot of melee DPS will stop DPSing her, but not me. Because I just use Bloodbath and Second Wind in that instance, and I just keep on DPSing. And I think you should too. I think you'll do the most damage possible if you just go into that circle. You know you're gonna survive. Your healers aren't even gonna have to heal you. Just make sure you remember to Bloodbath and Second Wind when you are in that circle and you're getting damaged by the bleed. Nah, I'm just still attacking her. Stradam, she just cast it. It's a raid-wide AoE. If she's powered up with blue and black flames, you'll want to use a Vril on Stradam, but since she wasn't powered up there, I didn't have to do anything. And this is the ad phase of the fight, so this is worth talking about. I've actually seen some parties mess this up. There's 4 ads, and you only want to kill the ones that have a bubble over them. And by the way, they auto-attack for quite a bit, so healers, make sure you heal your DPS if they're caught tanking one of these ads. So the bubble is a 10-second buff and bounces between ad to ad. And you want to make sure, like I said, you get them all low HP, and you only kill the ones that have the bubble on it. So where did the bubble go? It went over here. We're probably not going to be able to kill this ad before it falls off. So I'm going to ease up on the damage a little bit. I'm going to keep popping Third Eye, and I'm going to hope that my team keeps healing me. It looks like they did. And we got a kill on that one there. Now this one should die no problem. Done deal. Now we're going to have to work together on this one. I don't know if we're going to make it in the next 5 seconds. Oh, this could mess up. It's going to be close. I think we got it. Okay, cool. And now everyone should have recharged Vril. That's why we were doing that. And we have to Vril right here in the fight. So what I do is I walk up to where Lakshmi is, and she will respawn at the right where she was in the north. So I walk up there, I pop my Vril, and then I hit Meditate. So I'm building Kenki this whole time. P.S. There's a long period of downtime here. You want to make sure you meditate so you get as much Kenki as possible. And the reason we needed to Vril, and again, if I didn't explain it enough, when we kill one of those ads that have the bubble buff on it, it recharges somebody's Vril. I think 2 people's actually. So that's why we had to make sure we killed the one with the bubbles, and we needed the Vril to survive that attack. That was her limit break. But we barely took any damage because we had, we all had Vrils, and that's the whole point of that ad phase. Here is where we're gonna deal with Divine Doubt. So this is where I said me and the Bard were gonna be on D side, and it seems other people wanted to be on the D side as well. So I had to kind of back off the boss and quit attacking for a moment there because these guys would have messed us up had I not. Because how Divine Doubt works is you pop a Vril so you don't get mind controlled for very long. And then your character gets mind controlled and starts attacking the most nearby character. That's why people try to assign positions, so you know where you need to go, and you only want to be attacking like one character, because if you're attacking, if more than one guy is attacking, like, let's say players A and B are both attacking player C has a chance to die. That's why you want to split into pairs. So coming up, people are going to have a chance to refill their Vril. by collecting those blue orbs on the screen, on your screen right now. Keep in mind that those yellow strips explode, so you really need to get in, get your Vril, and get out. My tank almost died there because he was getting his late. I normally let everyone like have their pick of the first set, and then I just go in and get whatever I want out of the second set. Because there's less competition, a lot of people scramble to get their first set, like I said. So I just keep DPSing the boss, I let people have whatever they want out of the first set of respawns, and I go for the second. And then all the while, I'm trying to do as much DPS as possible. Here's some more of those T AoEs that, like I said earlier, we don't really need to worry about. I'm gonna true north right here, just so I can keep getting my extra Kenki from my positionals without having to move around in case people are relying on my T. Because, you know, that little T AoE, that it's on me, so it'll explode wherever I move it to. And sometimes people will, like, you know, try to stand in a certain spot to not get hit. So if you can stand still with your AoE, that's most beneficial to your raid. So I just popped true north there so I could do that. Because, you know, the only reason we gotta move in the first place is just to get positionals. Oh, I think this is another Divine Doubt, so I'm gonna be on my side again, next to my Bard. Cool, and this time the other guys went to the other side, so I was able to mostly keep DPSing. And you see, we're both attacking each other right now, so imagine if two people were attacking me. That would have been pretty crazy. Also, we need to Vril for this stack marker, because she's powered up with those blue and black flames, like I was pointing out earlier. Since she's powered up with those, that stack marker will do more damage and put a bleed on you if you do not use the Vril. So make sure, that's like 2 back-to-back Vrils at that point in the fight, so make sure you remember you'll have to use 2 back-to-back there. And then I think coming up, oh yeah, we need to use one here. Recharge. And you can, again, I'm just going to DPS her through this, even though I'm bleeding in this puddle, the blue puddle in the center. I just use Bloodbath, and, I mean, look at my HP. That's of no threat at all to me to keep DPSing there. So I'm going to go ahead and Vril again here for the stack marker. Stacked up on that, and then I think I'm gonna have to Vril again when she casts Stratum here in just a second, because yep, she's still powered up, so I want to make sure that I'm not gonna die from the Stratum. And then I think I might want to LB here soon. Maybe I'll use this Mechio. Get back up my dot, and then LB. I think that's as good a plan as any. You do not want to get hit by that stack marker, by the way, as a samurai. You don't need to get hit by that last stack marker. So I'm gonna LB here. That's gonna do like 5, well, it's like 3%, excuse me. That's gonna do like 3% of her life. I've got my dot on her. I do need to refresh my slashing debuff here. She's not powered up anymore, so she's not very dangerous. Some parties with really good DPS will kill her at this time in the fight. I've killed her here before. I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing my damnedest to just burst her down here. You can pop another potion here if you really want to flex. I'm not gonna do it because it's not that important to me. As long as I can stay over 4K on the DPS meter, I'm happy, man. I'm happy with that. I am gonna Hagakure here though, get my Gurren off, get my Ageha off, and that's done deal. 4156 final DPS at the end of the third phase. The other phases were even higher, I think. That's Lakshmi EX, everybody. That was a pretty solid run. I'm feeling pretty good about it. We got tanking earrings. I think I already have the tanking earrings. I do. So I could just pass on all this stuff, just leave the party. No reason to try to greed if I already got the stuff. And that's all she wrote. That's Lakshmi EX. Let me tell these guys GGWP. Gonna go ahead and bounce out of that party, and the only things that can really get you as a samurai is keep in mind that those T-shaped AoEs, they can be a little more hectic if there's a lot of melee in your group. Like I once did this with 4 samurais, for instance, and all 4 samurais, well, like 3 out of the 4, got T-shaped AoEs on them, and they all wanted to keep hitting the boss. So a lot of the samurais got hit by 2 of the AoEs at the very beginning of the fight, and then we got stratumed right after. So if if you have that many melee and that many melee are all getting the T-shaped AoEs, then one of you is going to have to bite the bullet and back off of the boss. So people don't get hit by 2 or more of those T-shaped AoEs. Now you can survive 2-shaped AoEs and the Stratum, but only if you second wind or max potion for like an HP pot, which you're not gonna have, right? Because you're popping strength pots in your openers. But only if you second wind in between getting hit by the T-shaped AoEs and the Stratums can you survive 2 Stratums and then, or sorry, 2 T-shaped AoEs and then the Stratum. That's the only way you can survive, is if you second wind between the 2 mechanics. Otherwise you're gonna die. Because the 2 T-shaped AoEs are going to take you down to like half HP. The cross-roll skills I use on this fight are Second Wind, Invigorate, Diversion, Bloodbath, and True North. So you know the winds of Bloodbath and Second Wind. The reason Diversion's important is because she has a mechanic that we didn't really see, where she puts a blue marker over the head of the person who is second on aggro. Now my tanks did a good job this fight. Thumbs up to the tanks I had in the party, because I never got second on aggro, even though I was doing pretty ripped DPS. But Diversion really helps in that. It reduces your enemy generation. So I use it as soon as I get on Lakshmi, and then I try to use it again as soon as I get on Lakshmi after the ad phase. And this makes it to where my enemy generation isn't too out of control. And the tanks can be first and second on aggro, so they always get that marker mechanic. And what the marker does is it shoots a giant cleave at the person with the blue marker over their head, and does a lot of damage if she's powered up. So you really want to avoid getting that if possible. Bloodbath lets me DPS through the AoE. Second Wind just lets me self-heal in a time of need. True North is so we can keep getting positionals and get more Kenki, which means more damage. Anytime we're like stacking up for a stack marker, or anytime we have to hit from a certain position due to AoEs, True North will increase your DPS. Take that. And Invigorate is just in case we die. You don't really need it in case if you don't die, but it's there just in case. If you want to take Goad or Arm's Length or something in case of instead of Invigorate, that's totally fine. Anyway, this has been Lakshmi EX. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comments. Or if you like this video, give it a like. If you really like it, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see more, be sure to encourage me to make some more, and I will try to do that. Susano EX is coming up next, and then I hope to be doing all these with the Omega Savage raids. If you think you would like one for the Omega Normals as well, just let me know. I'll make them. Otherwise, I've been planning on doing Lakshmi EX, Susano EX, and then moving right on to Omega, Omega Savage. See you guys next time. Thanks again for watching. This has been Pharos with a samurai perspective of Lakshmi EX. Until next time, you guys take care. Peace!